Hey Jenny,
Hi Nick.
it's late in the day, they've started the Hoover. That noise in the background is actually the Hoovers going around the place, but we didn't get a chance to look at the Numa Compact 2X at NAMM, so tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, the 2X is the natural evolution of the Numa Compact 2 that is already on the market since a long time, and it's a very successful keyboard. And it is a very simple and basic instrument, but very complex, with 3 sound engines inside. And you have 88 sounds here that you select in categories. You have all pianos, electric pianos, keys, bass and guitars, organs, synth, orchestra, and many other voices. Just a couple of examples. This is a Stanley grand piano.
It's nice.
Yeah, do you like it?
And it's got, is this, these are kind of, this is like hammer action type keyboard? Or
No, this is a lightweighted keyboard that is good, since you have got so many sounds here, it's good for playing piano sounds, but also to play organ and synth sounds, where a very heavy hammer action keyboard could be a little slow.
Yeah, I agree, yeah, I prefer that, because hammer action just is not good for
a few other examples, nice electric pianos.
Are there effects in there as well? Am I hearing effects?
There are 2 double effects. You have up. These effects are double because you can select one effect on the upper and a different one on the lower, like this. Okay. And a nice feature is that the instrument, even without storing programs, it recalls and it remembers the effects you assign for each sound. So if I like to have an electric piano sound with my phaser, like this, okay, here. Okay. Then if I select another piano, electric piano sound with maybe a Wurlitzer, I prefer to have a tremolo.
So does it remember what you did last?
Exactly. So if I go back to my Rodex, have the phaser.
So nice and fast and simple. For,
automatically.
Are you aiming this at live performers then, I'm guessing, right? So that's the...
In this case, it's a very good instrument for live performances because you also have 100 programs to store with your settings and combinations. But once you have played the internal sounds with the effects you like, it remembers automatically the things.
And is it one sound across the keyboard, or can you split and can you layer?
Can you split and layer 2 sections, lower and upper here? Lower. As a matter of fact, I make an example here. I have, for instance, this case, double bass and piano. Or maybe nice. I can layer. And one nice feature of the X version is that you have these slider controls, 9 sliders, and they have multiple functions. With all the sounds, you can use these 2 ones to control cutoff and resonance of all the sounds.
Okay.
In this case, I set the strings here, and I can control the...
All right, so just underneath, just tuck them down a bit. Right, got you.
The second function of these sliders is when you select organ sounds, they work exactly like drawbars. And this is the second engine that we made, is a pure tone wheel DSP algorithm. It plays there. You can play like this.
Sounds nice, very clean, isn't it? So, what's the polyphony on it?
What?
What's the polyphony? How many notes?
Polyphony is 128 official.
Right.
Actually, this is, I say official because actually there are many more inside, but to be, conservative.
Guaranteed,
yeah. Okay.
Should be enough for most people.
Yeah. A few other examples, like this. Okay. This is another kind of organ sound. You have your percussion, and you can also use all these effects on also on organ sounds. So if I add a drive distortion over here,
Yeah, interesting.
yeah, this.
So, as this is available now, you showed it at NAMM. Is it shipping yet?
We will ship in about a couple of months.
Okay. And what sort of price are you looking at for this?
Okay, it will be $6.99.
Oh wow! Okay.
In Europe.
Wow.
We have other two functions of this that I'd like to show you. If I select a synthesizer bank, then these 9, instead of being drawbars for the organ, they become typical synthesizer parameters like cutoff, resonance, attack, decay, and release of the filter. And you can start with any internal sound, synthesizer sound, like these ones. Then use the one to change, okay, the various.
And are they the same for each patch, or do they move around depending on what patch, synthesizer patch you're on?
For each patch, you can set your 9 controls, synthesizer controls, and then when you store the patch, it will memorize.
Okay, so you've got access to quite sort of deep synthesis functions as well, if you want to get in there.
Yeah. The idea was to give a good synthesizer engine with 9 live controllable parameters.
Any relation to this guy?
Yes, the experience is the relation, and we cut some of the sounds from them, and we try to packet them, in the Numa Compact 2. And as a matter of fact, when I select a sound, I also select a waveform here. So if I go here and I select, so this is a kind of waveform. So if I change, I put this one, the waveform is different. See, this is so. Okay, it's changed. See, I can make it very short.
So yeah, you get a decent amount of editing over it.
Exactly. And there is a third use of these ones. When I select MIDI, this is also a nice MIDI controller. You have 2 zones, Zone A and Zone B. And then you can assign control changes.
Right.
And for each one of the 100 parameters you have inside, 100 programs you have inside, you have your CCs to control external unit. Couple of other features: audio USB, audio over USB. So you can connect this to a computer or to an iPad, and the audio goes through the USB in digital format.
Nice.
And it comes back in digital format from the computer or from your laptop or iPad. And there are actually 2 zones that you can play externally via MIDI. So an example, you play drum and bass via MIDI, it plays with internal sounds, you add your live sections with piano, organ, synthesizer, and you record the result in digital way on the computer.
Right, okay, so it's useful. Wow, okay, there's a lot there. I'm sorry we missed it.
There will be much more to show.
Thank you very much, Jeremy.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ciao, Nick.